with the gratitude for the outpouring of support we've received from all across our great country.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. Today we will be discussing the absolute massive Trump wave that happened over Super Tuesday and Nikki Haley dropping out. So yeah, let's just get into that. So Super Tuesday was an absolute blowout for Trump. I mean, he won every single state outside of Vermont, which, I mean, Nikki Haley didn't even win Vermont by that much. Won it by maybe a couple of points, but really, that's kind of embarrassing for her. She only won it by 4 points, and that's kind of pathetic, especially since Chris Christie, of all people, got 1.4 points. That is extremely pathetic to think about. And she only got 50% of the vote, so technically, the people voting against her was almost exactly half of the people in Vermont. And Vermont, it's filled with a lot of those technically Republican, but I vote Democrat every single election kind of people. Same thing with Arizona, but Arizona has a lot less of those people. Vermont is filled with those people. These people will vote for the squish Republican governor and then go ahead and vote for Bernie Sanders. So, you know exactly what the voter base is like here, where there's basically no actual Republicans or conservatives there, yet Trump still wins 45% of the vote, almost 46% in Vermont in a Republican primary. And I think Nikki Haley could even see this. I know she's delusional and pretty much was only staying in the race because the donors kept funding her, but yeah, I think she saw this and she's like, it's not happening at all. If I stay in the race, I'm pretty much taking the pretty much minuscule chance that I can run as a unified ticket with Trump or get any place in the cabinet and just completely flushing it down the drain if I keep running. She lost every single state, and she lost most states by pretty wide margins. I think there was maybe one or two states that Trump won by uh kind of close margin, but not really. Because you can see pretty much everything is at least Trump 50 outside of Utah, which, I mean, they have pretty weird voting records. They really like Mitt Romney there. They like a lot of those types of Romneyites. Yeah, places like Massachusetts, which I thought Nikki Haley might have won, but apparently not. She even lost in Massachusetts, which is also another place filled to the brim with liberal Republicans, but she lost that by 23 points, which is pretty pathetic. You have a lot of these other states where he, I mean, Trump is just absolutely dominating her. Colorado, she couldn't even get a lot of votes there, and again, they have a lot more liberal Republicans there, but again, she lost by 30 points. You have states like Virginia, which also, again, liberal Republicans are there, yet but Trump won it by 28 points. And, I mean, she didn't win that many counties. When you look at Virginia, especially, this is a state where she should have won way more counties if she was actually electable, but really, she won a grand total of about 6 counties, and most of them were big city counties or counties near DC. So, really, she didn't get that many votes, and she only got 6 delegates out of it. Ron DeSantis even got a couple thousand votes, even though he's not in the race. I mean, if Nikki Haley wasn't running and a primary happened where she was still on the ballot, but she technically wasn't in the race, I don't think she would even get like 100 votes in Virginia at this point. She is extremely unlikable in her own party, but she isn't even really a Republican at this point. She's more so Nikki Haley as Hillary Clinton. Essentially, she's just a Democrat running for the Republican Party, but even she knows that she can't win. She's purely there to sabotage, but she's so bad at sabotaging because really no one likes her in the party. No one wants to vote for her. No one wants to support her. Pretty much the only people who were supporting her were big anti-Trump donors, but even they could see the writing on the wall. They were pulling out funding even before Super Tuesday completely destroyed any chance of her winning. So basically, Nikki Haley, she dropped out because she could see that, yeah, she's not going to win. The donors pulled out all of their money, which definitely made sure that she was going to drop out. And for some reason, even when she was conceding and dropping out of the primary, she still threw as many jabs towards Trump as humanly possible. She didn't endorse him at all. She declined to even hint at an endorsement at all. At most, she could say, I wish him the best of luck. Apparently, we're going with the Ted Cruz strategy right now with Nikki Haley, which, I mean, Ted Cruz, you can see how he does in the Senate now that pretty much damaged any chance of him having a popular majority within the party. So, Nikki Haley decided to go with that strategy. Definitely not going to pay off, especially since Ted Cruz, he's kind of made a comeback and at least have some likable elements, and he's definitely gotten better over the years, but still, Nikki Haley, she's pretty much done in the party, and really what this primary season represents is the final wave of the establishment trying to regain control of the party. This is the straw that breaks the camel's back. The establishment went from controlling the party before Trump to influencing Trump heavily from from the beginning of his presidency to the end of his presidency. They had some influence, but it was more half and half after Trump left. And now they are a minority and have pretty much have been squeezed out of the party. So Nikki Haley, she was their last shot at maintaining any sort of control. She's not going to get the VP nomination. She's not going to get anything like that. She's not going to get in the cabinet. Pretty much only Ramaswamy or Tucker Carlson can even get close to being picked for a cabinet position or the VP slot. Nikki Haley, she isn't anywhere close. She's maybe at the very, very bottom of the list if she's lucky, but pretty much on his short list. She's not on there for any sort of position. He's learned from his lesson. Nikki Haley, she would have been irrelevant at this point if she wasn't UN ambassador. That's pretty much the only reason why she maintained relevancy and sort of tricked people into thinking that she was pro-Trump when she really wasn't. She was always there to be sort of a distraction and to make her money and also fool a bunch of people into supporting her when she really wasn't even on Trump's side at all. Well, this primary has pretty much destroyed all of her credibility. Maybe a lot more than Ron DeSantis, but I mean, it's a pretty close tie between whose credibility has been destroyed more, Nikki Haley or Ron DeSantis. Nikki Haley, even a ton of people before she ran were pointing out that, hey, she's not even a real conservative. She's more so like George Bush or a Democrat. Ron DeSantis, he's still doing good things and still has popular policies. It's just that running against Trump was just a stupid idea. Really, Ron DeSantis is more of a Jeb Bush where people can still like him. It's just that they don't really take him seriously now. Nikki Haley is Ted Cruz, where she thought that she had a chance. She got blown out during the primaries. I mean, Ted Cruz even did better. She got blown out during the primaries and is likely going to lose a ton of influence and a ton of popularity if she retains any sort of presence in the party because Mitt Romney's gone, Nikki Haley, she's gone. You got a lot of the neocons in the Senate, they're gone. Pretty much all the neocons that are major forces in the party, Mitch McConnell, he's also gone. They've all pretty much left. So what you're left with is that Donald Trump, he's got his Senate group, he's got his House group, and then he's got all the governors. He's got a ton of the legislatures within those governments. And really, there's no more neocon influence anymore, really. After Nikki dropped out, it's pretty much the death of the neocon or neoconservative movement within the Republican Party. George Bush basically killed it, and it kind of just walked as a zombie until Trump came, and this primary has pretty much just completely eradicated it. So really, that's the biggest takeaway from this night. Nikki Haley drops out, Trump gets the nomination, neoconservatism is pretty much dead. So yeah, if you think that Trump will win the presidency or win a ton of delegates and break records, leave in the comments below. And if you think Nikki Haley might be the VP or get a place in the cabinet, leave it in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.